I am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick-Nick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick-Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right. Good evening. Good night. How you doing? Yeah, all right. Hey, it's been a while since I've done one of these shows in the night time. This is I Am Sure Sports. I am your host, Manningsman. Welcome to the platform. All right, we're going to have a big one tonight as we have a big launch on the platform. We'll be launching our I Am Sure Sports Fantasy Premier League, right? Lots of prizes and surprises going to take place, and we're going to show you how you can be a part of the fantasy league, because there's a big shield that will be, you know how like Arsenal and City play for the Community Shield. We will be handing out that. But welcome to the show. We give thanks for life. We have made it through to another day, and it's 7:34 here in Jamaica. Over there in New York, it's 8:34 on the East Coast, 8:34. You understand me? So all the people home and abroad, blessings to you. We thank the Most High for life, and we continue to look to the hills from whence cometh our help. Our help comes from the Most High God, who has made the heavens and the earth. He will not suffer our foot to be moved. And the one that keeps you and keeps me, he never slumbers and he never sleeps. All right. So this is going to be a big one, a really big one. So here's what I want you to do. Get onto the show early, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. All right. Make sure you do that. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share. So how do you do that? Right. You hit that X, you go, you find the I Am Sure, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You share it to 5 persons. That's it. You share it to 5 persons. You're good. I don't ask you to do something that I am not doing. So I have shared it as well. And then persons will come on, man. Just share it. Okay. All right. So big up to all the persons who are already on the platform. Big up to Chris Roman, Brian, Myten, man, at Mullines there. A lot of things going on over there in Mullines. Mullines United making big moves. You understand me? Transferring people every year. Every year they have a major transfer in the local league, which means that lots of moolah going into the coffers of Mullines United. Big up to Fresh God, the General Fogo. Fogo playing in the Alley Cup Fresh God, the Ali Cup begins tomorrow, people. So in between time, I want you to be reminded about the Ali Cup and an Folly Cup, right? So the Ali Cup that take place tomorrow, Excelsior High School, the dealing with that tomorrow, yeah, the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th. So yeah, it begins tomorrow. You have at St. Elizabeth Technical, then they come to Jamaica College, and then the final leg of it will be at Excelsior High School. We did the draw on the program. Remember that. Yeah, so that's a big thing to the Excelsior school family. I know lots of schoolboy football competition going on. There is also the States Cup that is going on. You understand me? Yep. So lots of football, schoolboy football going on. You understand me? Big up man like Demo continue to support the West Indies. As usual, my brother. Mr. United in the building, up and running. All right. Gonna make sure we also set up the call-in line. So if you want to call and give your opinion, listen, every man has a right to opinion, even if that opinion is wrong. You understand me? It is his opinion, and we should not try to shoot down people because their opinion may be different from ours. Because sometimes in listening to the opinions of others, you learn. You understand me? And the truth is, one of the things I want us to realize as well is that if we are quick to criticize, we must also be quick to commend people. Too often, as a people, as a nation, we are always on the side of tearing down and never on the side of building up. We need to, in everything, there are positives, right? Just like with the Reggae Girls losing, there are many positives to take away from it. Ilian Thompson having a poor season, there's a lot of positive to take away from it. I watched, for example, the U15, and they came back, they were down. Remember, these kids, they played a game on the Monday, on the Sunday, on the Monday, and then on the Tuesday. They made several changes. And while Mexico may have created some chances, in the second half, we started creating more. One of the regular starters, they came on, he scored. All right, after Mexico had taken the league, we quickly equalized. A corner came in, and the goalkeeper, the ball went over him to the back post, and Mexico scored in the late stages of the game, and they won 2-1. The truth is, the only way Jamaica would have topped the group is if Jamaica had defeated Mexico by, I think, 3 clear goals. So by this time, really and truly, Mexico was going to go out as the head of the group. And then people are complaining about how the team, they're kids. You understand me? You have to cut them some slack, man. Cut them some slack. They are kids. Don't criticize them. The conditions of the field was not in the best of condition. And then I hear people already, being disrespectful of the coaches and the coaching. Like, come on. They're 14 and 13-year-old. They went, and some 15, they went to play this competition. They have done well. Many of us were not following and tracking them, right? So they have done well. They finished second in the group, 2 wins and a defeat. They have Honduras coming up as well. And they have tried, one of the things that they have done, they have tried to give all 18 players an opportunity. This is the second goalkeeper that started the game. So please, and again, the conditions were terrible. Like, I can't understand again why Jamaica don't host games. That would not happen in National Stadium. The condition of that field, even with the heaviest of rain, the National Stadium field would not look that way. Catherine Hall would not look that way. Why can't Jamaica get some of these local tournaments? I hear that there's a girls' tournament that will be held in Jamaica, and I hear that they're using Sabina Park for that. Sabina Park would not look that way. We have enough quality surfaces in Jamaica that we can host an under 15 tournament, because not every that Dominica is not big enough and have enough to surfaces to keep so many tournaments so consistently. Those fields you have seen, they're the quality is lacking, man. Come on, CONCACAF. Come on, Trinidad, host one of these. Come on, Trinidad. Come on, Jamaica. Step up, man. The government of the Caribbean. Step up, build up some stadium. Let's have some of these things. Big up Midnight Cowboy, up and running. Rob Smith, big up yourself. Drew Ross, aka Drew Fortis, up and running. Richard Cook, Westmoreland, you don't know? You understand me? Bless up. Triple E! Aha! Blessings, grace, and peace. Shalom, my brother. You understand me? Oh, Soldier in the building. Sure 17. He's known as on this platform nowadays. Yeah, Brian says he liked the fact that the Jamaica that they made all your substitution in the tournament thus far. Good, yeah, man. So we have to commend the youngsters. Good set of young players that we have right there. So truly, we have become so critical, man, and everything like, oh my God. I mean, come on, let's allow the youngsters to grow and blossom into proper professionals. All right, don't be so hard on them. All right. Oh yeah, yeah. And here's the thing, and people do not know be watching the U15 and say that they should be winning this tournament and they're a failure and we have failed again. This is not like a tournament for a World Cup. Yes, Saudi Arabia, all of these things. It's really something for development. And whether we win a next game or not, development is and has taken place. And don't miss the development because the end result may not be to your liking. Let's, at this level, under 15, focus on the development aspect of the football. At under 15, it shouldn't be about being Caribbean champions and CONCACAF champions. No, it should be about the fact that our players have been given some needed exposure against high quality opposition, right? Which means that going ahead, they have some experience to use at the under 17 and the under 20 level. Let it be more about that. Don't become so critical, right? When they get to the U20s, then you can take out your belt or your whatever to impose the beating. All right. All right. So Jason, bless up yourself. God bless you. God bless you. How you doing, man? Feel like a long time in a year or see from God bless you and them thing there. You know? Brian Mighty. Hey, listen, somebody look like somebody give Brian Mighty now a new phone. Be a comments, the manager, you know, big up yourself, you know. Man, still. Man, we hosted the final stage of the U17 championship the last time we went to the. Brian, when was that, brother? No 2000, I must have won that, man, or 2000, no 2001, that, man? No 20 years ago, that. When was that? No, tell me that, man. I'm saying that we can do it again. All right? Yeah, man, Triple E, all right? It's an invitation, yeah, tournament, man. These players are being prepared for the next U17 World Cup qualifier. Exactly. Yeah. 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 And this is it. So even the teams that are out of the competition, they still get to play games. So it's really a developmental tournament. Right? No, man, they are not out of the tournament. I think they play Honduras. So I think all the teams are probably going to play like the same amount of games. Basically, no matter whether they win or lose. So a team could lose 3 games and still play more. Because it's development. It is competitive, but it is not a tournament. That I think it's called the CONCACAF Championship. So what you mean, Brian? Yeah, man, we have the potential. We can. I believe that we can host this under 15. Mr. Mike Ricketts, Mr. Rudolph Speed, Mr. Dennis Chung. Who again up at the GFF there? Mr. Gregory Daly. Who else up at the GFF I can call? Hey, listen. We petition to host one of the U15 thing then, man. Whether male or female. We have the national stadium. Them can train at Stadium East. Teams can train at Arnett Gardens. team can train. We have good surfaces that teams can train on. I mean, Premier League games are played at Jamaica College, so a team can train up there. St. George's have a good surface that them can train on. You know, you have Catherine Hall, you have Draxall, you have the field down there in Clarendon. There's some St. Elizabeth Technical, they have done some work on their surface. We have enough fields that teams could train on and play an under 15 tournament. The games just you play the games at Catherine Hall at the National Stadium. You can even play games at Sabina Park. Yes. We can host an under 15 tournament, man. Our field must be better than what I saw in Dominica Republic. No disrespect to Dominica Republic, but in the last probably everything keep a Dominica under 20, under 17, under 15, under 20, under 17, everything, male, female, everything keeping a Dominica. Dominica is the only place that can host anything. Big up Dominica Republic. But come on, man. And don't tell me say we don't have any money to do this, you know. Because I know that with these tournaments, CONCACAF give all of the money. And whenever we host these things, our teams qualify. And you also have Trelawney Nano U Stadium. You can also use our Trelawney Nano U Stadium. I understand because that is there as well. Yeah. So, you know, we need to look at that, man. The Continental Spring look better. Yeah, teams can train at Draxall or they can train up by the Mount Pleasant area. Marlon, bless up yourself every time, you know, man. Yeah, man. Like everything. Marlon, you need to tell me why everything one team can train at the center of excellence. Why, Marlon, tell us why every tournament for youth, male and female, in the last since the pandemic, all of them have held them in Dominica Republic. What is it? What is the reason for that? Is the Dominican Republic person the head? Why? Trinidad never built a whole heap of surfaces when them hosted the Under 17 World Cup. What happened to all of those stadiums? Jamaica have at least 3 surfaces that can, because I don't see major spectate, like I don't see 5,000 fans. I don't see 5,000 fans. Sabina Park can hold people and it have light. So too the National Stadium. Listen, even Stadium East, even the Stadium East that Cavaliers play some of their games. Even that looked better than the surface yesterday. And I believe that when you have these competitions, you know, whether we believe it or not, you know, visitors must come to Jamaica. Outside of the team, when you have 15-year-old playing, their mothers and their fathers. Imagine. Hey, me, I tell you, you know, people call me crazy, all right? So I just read something where, and maybe you guys will follow international news, right? Let me just segue into something else. Because I think Jamaica ramping, you know. I think the JFF need to capitalize. Mr. Mike Ricketts, Dennis Chow, Rudolph Speed, who else we call? Tell me the people down there. Ilian Walker Brown, Gregory Daly, who else? Danny Beckford, who else? Everton Tomlinson, Sir Malcolm down St. Elizabeth, Mr. Watson, who again? I don't remember the rest of them, but everybody. Oh, here's the thing. Let me work. Let me help you. I think it is either, I think it's Qatar or Saudi Arabia. One of those 2 nations have just given millions to Argentina, right? To help deal with some of their debt with the IMF. Lots of money. All right? And part of the agreement is that there's going to be some football exchange. Imagine now, Argentina training some youth from Saudi Arabia, and right? Imagine that. And building the football culture there. I think that's a good move on them give money. Here's what I believe. I am convinced that if the Jamaica Football Federation say to Saudi Arabia and Qatar, listen, we can help to develop some of your track athletes and some of your footballers in Jamaica. If that happens, and they say, all you have to do is give us 1.5 million US a year for the next 10 years. I believe that kind of money can go into the JPL and the Tier 2. And you have players from Jamaica who can possibly go and play there, coaches, and you have an exchange of the program. I think like these nations have money that they give to nations like Jamaica, you know, especially because they want to host World Cup and they need votes. So you have to know, leverage some of these relationships. And I don't think we look at these options. So I am suggesting to the JFF, because we always play Saudi Arabia, we always play Qatar in friendlies. Right? Probably give them something to listen. I mean, call it the Qatar Airlines or I don't know, JPL or something. Why can't we go outside of Jamaica to find a $2 million sponsor for the league? Why we have to tie in our sponsorship of our local football to local entities? Why every time we talk about the male team and the female team and money, we talk about local entities? Yes, Bridget, that's what we're trying to do. Look where on top money exists. Like $1.5 million to some of these people is what Jamaican call monkey money. It means that, no, people may say, well, look at how they treat human rights, all of this. Listen, hey, the amount of murder there in Jamaica, we probably commit more human rights. That is serious human rights. How we deal with each other and killing each other, that's human right problem right there. So we have lost our moral authority to speak on no human rights business as a nation. That's a management opinion. If I speak, that has become a very famous quote on these platforms. Yep. So I believe that that's something our football needs to do. Write proposal to these nations and have exchange. And I think we should do it in track and field as well. Yeah, I like what listen to what Marlon is saying. So this is Dominica have one good stadium. It feels the few more fields, Chibo Field, Mocha Field. The Felix Sanchez Stadium is the one that is in Santo Domingo, right? In the capital, yeah. That's what I'm saying. And they have hosted so many tournaments. So I'm moving in between the two topics, right? But I had to touch on that because I saw where these nations have pumped several millions into the nation of Argentina to help offset some of their IMF debt. Hey, yo, anytime I meet this brother named Brain Drain, you know, I'm gonna sit down and have a conversation with him because he comes up with some of the most outlandish comments at time. So Brain Drain, that's like a $2 super chat right there. I know Mr. Cranky don't agree with this, you know. Mr. Cranky don't agree with us getting monies from these Saudis and these Qatar people. But here's the thing, people. We don't support human rights abuse. But here's the thing. The nation of Jamaica in the geographical space of Jamaica. I'm not talking the diaspora now. The way how we are operating and treating people in Jamaica and the murders. And when you hear the stories, do we have any moral authority to speak to people about human rights abuses and atrocities? Do we? Seriously, I want to ask that question. Ah, jeez. A real Albala, you put it. Cranky. How Cranky saying I'm late? Cranky, I am not. Crank. People wasn't Cranky the one who was against getting monies. Some people are even against them hosting the World Cup because of the human rights stuff. So I believe that we can find ways of partnering with nation. Our track and field, listen, Jamaica could build a good stadium in central Jamaica for track and field. Jamaica could build an indoor stadium with funds from one of these nations. And you say, all right, for that, Mr. Stephen Francis, can you, or GC Foster, can you take these 5 and can you take these 5 from Saudi Arabia, from Qatar, from Bahrain, from these places, and from Jordan? Get some of these money. We're playing around with this thing. And don't tell me it is not possible. Try. JS JFF, Jamaica Netball Association. Maybe you need to look at this because the people in Jamaica not going to give netball no money. I don't know what problem them have. Look at the beautiful ladies playing netball, the great success. And I know if you beg money every time. Jamaica Netball Association should look outside of Jamaica and say to one of these nations, listen, we can train your netballers. Send 12 over here for the next 3 years and we'll help to prepare them. All you have to do is to sponsor our league. Something of that sort. Bridget, I don't know if I should take this one seriously, so I'm not going to put it up. All right, that is your 758. Cranky says, Manning, myself and Gunners Boss suggested this a while ago. Check your tapes. Money has no morality. You're sure, Cranky? You sure that you suggested this? Gunners Boss, where is Gunners Boss? Gunners Boss, tell me if this was suggested. All right? Tell me if this was suggested by Cranky. Because I remember Gunners Boss had a problem with the World Cup hosted in, speak of the Gunners Boss, and he shows up. He's probably going to call in and tell me, say, I saw it go for real. You understand me? Boy, Soldier have a story, you know, people. Jamaica is not a real place, you know. Yeah. Trelawney Caulfield Stadium. I have to listen. Tonight, listen, I am so happy. One of my favorite fans are on the show. And I'm so happy that she's here tonight. Let me clap you and say welcome. You know, sometimes you don't want to text people because you don't know the context of their relationship. So you don't want to like personally send them stuff. So I try not to do that. But now that I've seen her on the program, I am so happy. I don't know if she was waiting until after the female World Cup was completed because I didn't see her for the duration of that. Welcome, sure improvement. It is always our greatest pleasure to have beautiful you on the platform with us discussing sport. Hope we will see you a little bit more often than we have been. No brain drain. We're getting oil money, not drug money, brain drain. Nobody's suggesting to get. But brain drain, I will tell you this. back in the 90s, a lot of people said, when you saw a lot of those crowds at the football and how the Premier League was hot in Jamaica, and all the players were traveling to Jamaica to play in leagues over there, a lot of people were suggesting that it is what you were suggesting that was fueling some of that. I don't know. I can't prove it, but that is what people said. So, yeah, Gunners Boss says, calling Mr. Saudi Wealth Management Fund. Them and Qatar, Washington money into sport worldwide, NBA, golf, and more. All right, Gunners Boss said that he was the one who made the suggestion, not Cranky. Yeah? He said, I suggested it on this platform, management. It was my opinion. Not start. Right, boss. What's a great idea? Take a while to be to be yeah, so that's important. So we're after this, we have passed the 30 minutes, so you're free to call in and give your and state your opinion. But so I was listening to Beyond the Headline, I think it is, with Dion Jackson Miller. She's a host of that on our radio. Yo, Bert from 5, bless up yourself. Bless up yourself, you know. Bless up yourself. A long time, you know. Look like you're busy on the 9 to 5. You understand me? So after 5, you know. What a go on, man. All peso. A long time, you know. See some of them people here, you know. Bless up, you know, peso. Been a while. Listen, so yeah, man, I'm going to do that on Friday. So the JPL show returns on Friday, Marlon. Yeah. Oh, we're talking about the U15. We're talking about the U15 that lost to Mexico yesterday, but they're still in the tournament. Yeah, they're still in the tournament. They lost to Mexico 2-1. Goal scored like in the last second of the game. But the field over there, we're talking about how the field conditions were terrible and that we should try to find other locations in the Caribbean, including Jamaica, to host some of these tournaments. We spoke about that and thing. And then we're talking about maybe we need to look to nations like Saudi Arabia and Qatar to invest in Jamaica's sports so we can build proper facilities and have proper funded footballing competitions like the Premier League and those stuff. And while we're doing that, we're developing their athletes as well. So we're talking about that. Now, the next topic I want to discuss, because we have a big I Am Sure Sports. No, all right. So, Soldier, here's what you do, right? For Soldier, you know, listen, me tell you, Soldier, you know, listen, you know, me tell him every day, me tell you about the super chat thing. Soldier, just send it right there. Just got, I don't know if you have Zelle, but you should have it. You can just send it right there. All right. All right. So let me just say this. But I needed to come on and share the story. You know, that with the experience you had today, Soldier, what would Qatar and Saudi Arabia get in return? So I am thinking that they can send their track and field at least. So if we build a next track and field stadium out in central Jamaica, they can send their track and field athletes to come and train in Jamaica for a period of time. They can send their coaches to learn at GC Foster, right? So that is the kind of partnership. With the football, I am thinking there's an exchange program where they can get players from Jamaica to play in their league. Players from there can come to Jamaica as well, and they would pay the players, because sometimes government will pay players to have them develop in other jurisdiction. We also play a lot of tournaments. Maybe once they start doing that, they get to host tournaments national team tournament, youth tournaments in the Caribbean, in Jamaica, and we facilitate those things. So there must be some sort of partnership. Maybe they can even own some rights to the stadiums, right? Because as we host under 15, maybe an under 17, under 20 World Cup, some of those monies would go back to them. So I think there are many ways that they can benefit if we put together something for them. So I think there's a way, there must be a way, especially with track and field, that these people can benefit. Because I believe Central Jamaica needs a proper, track and field stadium. All right. So people can call in and give me their thoughts and opinion. But I don't know if any of you heard the interview with, very long interview with Dean Jackson Miller. I think the lady name, she's the mother of Havana. Havana plays on the team. She was the young lady who scored at the 2019 World Cup. She didn't get much playing time in this, but her mother was the person who did the GoFundMe. So she was on Dean Jackson Miller program today. I don't know if it's online that you can probably go and watch it and get all the details, but I have made inferences from it. All right. Oh, call in how? Everybody, Fresh God, show them the call in number now. Because what you could Bridge is a hard task master, you know. You understand me? So persons who want to, that was for Soldier to see, right? So let's go back to this. So there is a call-in number. You soon see the call-in number come up. So you can call in and share your thoughts. All right. So right. So let's get to this now. So basically what she's saying is that the money that were collected, she said there were two payments that she made. One was done on the 10th of July. The 10th of July. The 10th of July, she said she gave the players, the 23 players, 500, no, well, no. Yeah, 500 and something dollars she gave them. Because based on what she said from the time the players got to Amsterdam, this is what she said, to the end of the World Cup, the only monies, this is what she said, people, on the interview, you can go and listen it for yourself. This is not Manningsman opinion. This is not I Am Sure Sports opinion. All right? So from the, listen to me again, from the beginning, from the time in Amsterdam, to the end of the World Cup, which is the last game against Colombia, she said the only monies the players got from the JFF was $550 each for per diem. That's what she said. So she said the monies that she collected, she gave on the 10th of July, $500 to all the players. She said she did this because not all the players are professional. Some had to, buy things out of pocket and stuff, little nicks and knacks and whatever, which is what per diem should cover. Because remember, how the football work is that you don't get paid until after. You don't get paid your salary, you get per diem. All right? She said on the 31st of July, which is after a few of the games, this was after the whole, the whole Bonishaw issue and everything came up. Remember now, because this is where now a lot of people had a problem with the interview because they were saying that, so up to the 31st of July, all she gave out was like $10,000 out of all the money that was collected, which means that the bulk of the money was still left in the GoFundMe. She said that, so which is after the whole thing that Bonishaw said, she ended up giving the players, I think, $1,300 each. So in total, from the GoFundMe, each of the players got $1,800. So you can calculate that. She said she also gave some staff monies. She didn't give the amount that she gave to the staff or when she made those disbursements to the staff. But she did say she have $26,000 of the monies that were collected left. and they are going to know. They are making a decision. They gave the players, right? Decide one of the three things to do. Should they keep it for the Olympic thing in September? Should it be given to them now, or should it be used for some other purpose? But she said there's a group chat with the females. Which may, so they can choose any one of those three options. So there's a lot of questions. She said that when Dion Jackson Miller asked her, just like I said, I'm taking out things that I think are very important. Ask her about we have a caller, so let me just take the call. Caller, just hold on a second, let me say this. So she said she told no one, and on her website, no, she said no, there's nothing on the website, there's nothing that she said that any GoFundMe was done to cover transportation or anything like that, because the monies were given to the girls directly and to the staff to help with stuff, right? That is what she said. And which is right. She said she don't control what people understand, but she never suggested that she paid any flight or any. She said she never did that, right? I'm going to give you some more stuff, but we have a caller. Let's hear what the caller have to say. Welcome. This is the man who picked up on Cranky's idea. Gunners,
big up yourself, Marines, man. The whole I am sure team, make it loud. Fresh got Trevis. Coaches that this year and I think I talk about GoFundMe and then no one know what wrong with GoFundMe. But before me touch the GoFundMe thing or anything else, stand Soji. We don't want Soji to come on the platform, you know. We don't want to tell Soji say.
Yeah, you know what time? You know what time it is where Soji is at right now?
No man, no time no beat Soji now, man. If Soji up on the platform, if Soji up, him can up on the platform. But now I got pressure him still because I know say about 6-7 hours either way them there in England. 6 some places, 7 some places. So it's okay. But when no one tell Soji, say Soji. And some people are gonna say me wrong and them all beat me for this, but me take the beating. The female who went to the World Cup, most of them or all of them are professional football players who play football for money all over the world. Plus them getting incentives and whole lot of money from different places. But you know, take some more money.
Sorry, can I correct something? Some of the players are still in school. Okay.
That's what I said. I said some are most.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Thanks for the correct. I did say some are most of them.
Okay.
All right. So now when me ask Soji to do them, if you are gonna give them a money still. But me like to see a man like you were so interested in the female sports. To start up a little league to help and come together with your associates them and call Miss Marley and these people and say, start the woman football league in Jamaica, start it from school or from clubs or wherever. Because I think that we can do that too if the female decide to come out and play football in Jamaica. You understand me? But yeah, say yeah, go give the girl them the money and you give them the money. I like that, brother. Me like it, me not like it because I think that it would have served better building something like how me see the people them have money down at Hollywood, these movie stars and some musicians and these people who love the football, them come together and them join and them form the United States Woman Football League and the whole of them start build them little clubs all over the country and do them things. Do something like that too. Yeah.
Who's supposed to do that? Soldier supposed to do that.
That means to say, go ahead.
Soldier supposed to do that?
Then Soldier not get, then if Soldier have money where him can give up 5,000 US or 5,000 pounds, him not can call up him bridging them man and thing man, them man they a lot huge, you know. And farm at least, you know, and start something, you know. Yeah, tell me if I start it, because I'm poor and broke. I just say, to them, I say them have money like that, say, do something with it. Yeah, man. Do something locally.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
All right. Should people, random people, do GoFundMe for the national teams and they decide how the money is spent? Or
if you're going,
should there be some sort of registration you have to do so you can use any of the national programs like the track and field or the cricket, or should people be free to just go and raise money and they determine what they want to do with it? Or should there be some level of control? What are your thoughts on that?
well, I'm going to use one example outside of sports to come back into this now. There was a man who used to sing underneath a bridge in Cincinnati, one of them states. Correct me, Stan, you know where me I go, because I think you know about this thing. You might, or Cataract might know about it, or somebody. He was singing so good that a lady passed by and hear the man sing. She and her husband go out and farmer go fund me and make some money, and they did not give him what all of it or the majority of it are. Do it what they say they was gonna do it. They use it for their personal good and was trying to control it. And they both got charged and go to prison. Somebody Google it and get it right. So me don't remember them the whole story, but that did happen. So people can't just do GoFundMe and use the money how them want to use it, you know. But at the same time, two people want to put everything from the JFF and say the JFF is and the JFF that. You're going to find out you're going to have a whole heap of renegade, some a hustler, a scammer for the thing, some a hustler for the thing. So I think if you're going to have a GoFundMe, it should be controlled by somebody who can be trusted and put the money to the right.
Yeah, but the truth is, so far, based on what this lady has said, you know, all the monies have been accounted for, because, and she's right. This is where I agree with her. She said that I did not tell anybody that we paid for any transportation or we paid for any accommodation. She said she know that FIFA did that, and she spoke about Sidella Marley. So she said she never did that. So really and truly, it was the media who did that. But I like what Rob Smith says, because Rob Smith says, so the JFF wasn't lying, and I think what Bunny said was taken out of context, which is, I think what she said was probably taken out of context. I don't think she was saying that it was GoFundMe that sent them to the World Cup, because I know she know that is not how it works.
I
don't think that is what she meant. But the lady sort of clarified some of that, and she said she still have the rest of the money. So some people who are saying that, like, the lady is dishonest, there's no proof.
Hear this now. My name's Man. This is a podcast, God. Me not gonna say God is a female. Me have God when it comes to podcasting. Me listen to whole of them, all of them. And I was listening to the Dan Lebatard show podcast. And I hear in Miami, Inter Miami, man we call the game, said they was giving Jamaica a whole heap of props when the USA, they said the Jamaica team gone through and USA team draw with some other team and some other things. And they said it. And I think I sent you the thing to you listen to it in the podcast when the man said this was a team that was collecting GoFundMe in preparation for the World Cup, and they shown to be better than the USA team. They was heaping praise on Jamaica and Haiti and other teams. So they were saying they were struggling. So that is where the first time I hear the GoFundMe, you know. And I send it to you. I think I send it to coach. I send it to some other people to make them listen it. And so that's where I hear it from. Then when I start to hear now other people, I said it's GoFundMe thing. That's why I ask what is wrong with GoFundMe. As long as it is handled by the right people and go to the right people at the right time who they put the GoFundMe up for. Nothing is wrong with it, you know.
Okay.
But we can't have me, Stan, you, Trevi, and Fresh Gather, everybody I put up GoFundMe to the reggae game. Them they don't look good. If one person I put up a GoFundMe and then get verification from JFF or the
but all right. What if the lady says, like, what if she said, listen, I don't trust the JFF to give them the money that I've collected. I want to determine, I am collecting the money because she said this in 2019. Her daughter was there, right? So she knew what her daughter went through. Remember, if you go back to the 2019, remember up to recent, some of those monies were not, the girls were complaining about not being paid. So maybe because her daughter went through that, she said, like, I'm going to raise money so that I can help them where they need help. I can fill a gap. All right. So that is the premise. She collected the money, and she did say some people curse her out via email because they were basically saying she lied. This is what she said, right? She said that people curse her out, so she lied, but she said that was a minority because some people thought she was collecting money to help with transportation and accommodation and flights. She said she never said that. But she saw a need. Hold on. She saw a need and she said that she was trying to help. Now she has given an account as to how the money was spent. And it was given directly to the girls. So it's a lot of money that the girls are going to get now because she said that she has given them 1,800 US so far and she's going to give them more because not all of them are professional earning a salary. Some of them don't have any money. That's what she said. So is something wrong with that, or should that be given to the Reggae Girls Foundation? Because when they asked her about that, she was saying that they are a C 501. So how they deal with funds and stuff is different from how she deals with it. So talk to me what you think.
The Reggae Girl Foundation is a different foundation where who run that foundation?
The Reggae Girls Foundation. They have a board, but on that board I think someone from the GFF sits on it. One of the vice presidents sits on the board.
And they are credible enough to handle the money. So why the lady not she's not supposed to have the money for herself and decide how the money is spent. That she's a member of the organization, the JFF or the Reggae Girls organization.
If she's part of any of those, no, like she was saying that the reason why she never connected with the Reggae Girls Foundation is because they're a C501 company. What they call it, where they have to file certain things. Somebody just tell me it's 501, but whatever they have to file. So some of the persons who were donating to her didn't want to go through that process. All right, 501c3. She said that they're a 501c3, which means that certain things has to be made public and stuff. She said she chose the GoFundMe option because she didn't want to go through that process.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to try to read for her parade because as long as the money is spent where it's supposed to be spent and she's a credible person and we take the money, and like some people we take the money to do things and not do the money to things. I'm not going to stay for your platform. I'm going to leave that for your platform. But as long as she do what she's supposed to do and it help and it go to the right place on time and she not do nothing nefarious, you don't have no problem with it because all monies are needed when it comes to these kind of things. You know what, with these ventures, they need the money. So during the preparation, starting from this World Cup, we have 4 more years to the next World Cup, female World Cup, right?
Yes.
All right. So preparation starting from right after we get knocked out of this World Cup, getting ready for the next World Cup. So whatever we're going to need money for the next 4 years. It's not on the day of the World Cup or the year of the World Cup we need money. We need money every day moving forward. So lady, continue doing what you do as long as you're doing the right thing.
So this is the second. What I'm saying though is that, this is the second because the Reggae Girls Foundation was started by an ex-parent, Here's my question to the people. What if all the parents wanted to start something? Should they be allowed to?
I mean, it's not supposed to be individual. All who want to start something, the people have to come together. Come together like mad. Mothers against young driving. Want to come together and do a thing. They want to do a thing that in the test and put it out here so people can see it and come for a management show and come tell the people they want to go on and every now and again and keep it working. Yeah, but not everybody now got to go on me and it's going to run like that. It's never be a thing where no, not now.
All right, that's a soldier. As a soldier was trying to call, so we're going to take that one and then you can call back Gunners Boss. Thanks for your time and do it, Spence. You can call in and explain that you're talking about the whole taxation.
Me, I go and listen till this thing start listening me as snow. I mean, I have a call back, but I have a great. Big up yourself, big up everybody. have a good night. I have work in the morning. I have to wake up 6 o'clock. Oh,
All right, cool. All right. So, yeah, but listen, here's what I want. I'm hoping that one of these days I can talk to Mr. Chung or one of those persons because I want to find out if this from Amsterdam to the end of the World Cup, 6 weeks, $550 for per diem for 6 weeks. That's less than $100 a week. Yo, yes, let's find that out. But we have Dwight. Well, I said, what's going on here? I think Dwight, we're trying to. Oh, the call failed. Oh, okay. All right, Dwight, you can try and call back. Let's see. Why is it saying connected? Dwight, something wrong with things on your side here? I don't know. Dwight, something is wrong on your side. Let me try. Let me try this here. Soldier, we soon get back to you, man. Yeah. Something is wrong on your side, I don't know. I keep on saying connecting. It's not going through. All right. So can you speak on the need to have? All right. But I'd love to know what IR9. What do you mean by trained person to talk? To the media. Is it that you give? Or maybe what we should say is that everyone who represents our national team should be able to speak to the media instead of having specific people. So once you're going to represent the national team at any level, track and field or cricket or whatever, part of your training must be media because you don't know who sometimes you probably who the media is going to talk to. Especially when they're coming in at airports and stuff like that. So I'd love to know exactly what you mean. We have Soldier online. Soldier, welcome to the show. Good night.
Yeah, man. Good evening. Welcome.
All right, good morning. Good morning, where you know?
Good morning. Yeah, they're 2 because 28 minutes after 2 now. Yeah, the lady doing a good job what she do, and I listen to her and the show what you say. If you take notice, I even tape off and send somebody to you.
Okay,
But
you did. That's what you did.
Yeah.
All right. So
because what happened? The lady, I send money to them, but when I said the lady explain them, who would send the lady explain and she explain and let you know. But what she said, I love what she said to the end because the end was asking her some tough questions. She said she don't want to say anything behind Mr. Chung. She want Mr. Chung to be there, that she can explain what she said to him and what he said to her about when they were talking about the money. She don't want to speak behind him his back, and that was real professional of her to do that.
Yeah.
With the Virgin we are talking now management. The only way I would send someone like towards with the girl for the girl, if you depend the team and I mean what you did, Mr. Management, you see that this happen. But away from that, from where Atman the Tagawa business, I'm not going to do. That's why that's why I did start spending money to the go for more than do that system to him. If I you depend it board and if you send it to you and say management you do that, me know that will happen. We must say about with the girls team now management. You can start up a girl league, management, and I will sponsor you in if you start up the league. But what I
trust
will
me,
do,
not going to start up no league.
so that way they will come and do because send it to because just like me there foreign and I do my business in Jamaica. I mean, only when me go down me see money that's why I have to change the whole system or I deal with my business in Jamaica. Because if you the here and for somebody don't get to deal with it, family and family, you not deal the right way. So that's why I got you and just deal with it that way, like when Mr. show it to you and make it deal that way because I'm not gonna do it. But like if you donate, I mean have a problem to send we donate something to Ulmas and the Intel girl team, and like I used to coach watches. I will send some stuff to them too.
All right. So what we can do is that, listen, so what I can do for you, I can, because it's easy, you know. Sometimes they don't want to give monies to the people. So what we can do is that, listen, if you give me an amount, I can go up to the Warriors High School and say to them, listen, this is a Senton person, and you can buy boots. You can say, listen, we can work out something, soldier, where I can say, all right, let's go over by Western Sports or whatever, one of the sports stores, and they get 5 pair of boots, because that is equivalent. You understand what I mean? Which is equivalent to, because
when Bud Belly was there and me fly from a friend, we can tell you, me buy 120,000 out of boots we buy them, you know, down there, you know. 120,000 me spend by boots for that team that year, you know. Bud Belly there, so me and to call his name, you know, give the sent to his school to buy boots to them, you know. Because I used to coach him, so we have a problem to do that. So
but in these times, you know, soldier, 120,000, you know, can only buy 3 pair of boots, you know.
You have to tell me that. I know that, but that time we couldn't buy a lot. I know that. That can buy just a little boots. I know that.
Yeah.
So, like, we still go to his school. Yeah, like, you know, we can say when they have a poke some man, this man, get this to
listen.
whatever.
Somebody asked you what kind of currency. The 120,000 is what kind of currency? Jamaican currency.
Since Jamaican currency a long time, man. That time, £1 was 50 to 1. It was 50 to 1
okay.
Jamaican.
Okay, so it's long time.
Yeah, it was 50 to 1. 50 to 1 at it.
Okay, listen. IR963 makes a very good point. He said that when he was talking about people need to be media trained, and I think sometimes emotions, like even for me, we have to be careful when we're at high levels emotionally how we communicate, because I think if Michelle were to be spoken to today, she would not probably say the same thing, because I don't think she meant any ill in what she was saying. I think some of it has been exaggerated, right? Because of the context of everything. But I don't think she had ill will in it at the same time.
No, but man is man. What you must look at, the way she said it, it was taken out of context. Because the way she said it, she was talking, so we have to use, because they get the gun for money to spend, to buy something. That's what she's talking about. She never really said, if they go for money, send them wherever they hit. It's never like that, but you just take out that context.
Yeah, but that was what, you know, that was what was said. What I'm saying though, what was said, because sometimes what people say, you know, is not what they really mean, you know, and that is how I see it. But one I think the JFF need to explain to me though is how this 500, is it really true that all?
Yeah, 550 per 6 weeks. I couldn't believe it.
What I'm saying though is that we need to make sure that let's not run with this until we find out that it is actually so. Because remember that the Reggae Girls Foundation, who work with the JFF, normally give them money as well. Because remember when they went to Mexico, when they were in Colorado, it was the Reggae Girls Foundation that gave the girls per diem, not the JFF. So it is possible that the JFF gave them 550, but the Reggae Girls Foundation gave them per additional monies, plus the GoFundMe money. So that's what I'm saying, that all three persons, Mr. Chung, Miss Phillips, and the head the head of the Reggae Girls.
Go for it.
No man, the Reggae Girls Foundation. All three need to sit down and talk. Because I think everybody mean well. I don't think any of them want the football to mash up. See, Foreign Spider said, I just read the GoFundMe page. I am not sure how people came to the conclusion it wasn't used on what it was stated. There you go. Because that is the issue. I think what Bonishaw said gave people the impression that the flight and the accommodation and the transportation were GoFundMe, which is not the case. And I think that is where the confusion came about. So it is good that all of them can probably sit down around a table and talk about it and discuss it and think.
Yeah, well, you know, when I hear it, I wasn't looking at it like that. When she said, I was looking at it on a different angle. That's as you said. So each to their own, they look and think different. But I wasn't looking at it like that. No.
All right.
Tell you the God truth.
So you send me two of the clips that when she was speaking today.
When she was speaking, yeah.
All right.
Well, where I was speaking, yeah. You know,
all right. So let me see if I can play them.
No, but play first one. Don't play last one. Play the first one. Because I explain it. Listen to it first and then you play them. Don't be bad.
No, man, no. Here's what I said. Did you record it from the program, or is it you talking?
No, I recorded from somewhere. So but the person name was talking. So that's why you play the first one.
Oh, just play the first one. All right, so let me play the first one. All right, big up yourself, Soldier. Attack. Yeah. All right, so let's see if we can play this. I hope I play the right one. All right. How do we do this? People, let me play this so they can hear it. All right. All right, the people them say them can't hear Jack, but I know Jack attack. So me go stop it, because them say them can't hear. I know Jack attacks. It's not Jack talking. So they're not hearing. So I was trying to fix the audio so you could hear it. I think I've sorted out the audio. Hold on, do it. Let me see if we can. Tell me if you're hearing it better now. Let me fix the audio and tell you. All right, so this is not going to work because calls are coming in and cutting it off. And I don't know. So let's leave that alone. All right. All right. So let me call back Dwight because he has been trying to call. But here's the next important thing. All right, because there's a next matter of great importance where this is concerned. Because and I'm going to raise it afterwards. But Dwight is on the line.
No problem, man.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, Dwight. Your time. No, man. It's your time. Go ahead. Welcome.
So a couple things to address. First, I've made a trip to Australia and New Zealand for business before. Yes, $550 is a little bit tight. When you think about you need a taxi to go here or things to do different things, that is a little bit tight. I assume that FIFA and the JFF took care of 3 meals or 2 meals, and they might be free to do other meals. But if they want to do any sightseeing and things like that, might need some extra funds. So the GoFundMe for that amount for 30 days makes sense. It's not excessive, especially if the JFF didn't give that money up front early. So meaning if
she said the JFF money, I think they got the JFF money on somewhere on the 11th of July. Somewhere around that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, right, which is when the team arrived. That is when the team got into, if correct me if I'm wrong, is when the team arrived in Australia. Roughly about that time to start camp. So makes sense, just so they have a little bit of extra money to buy some souvenirs and different things like that. Some of them is one-time trips. So it makes sense. I think as long as the ladies, Havana Salon's mother is being transparent. I don't see an issue with the GoFundMe. Let us keep in mind, in terms of the Reggae Girls Foundation, the head of the Reggae Girls Foundation, Miss Adamokam, her house was on fire. She lost everything. So, in terms of the Girls Foundation being fully functional and fully engaged during the World Cup, it might have had some issues, and some of the board members might have had to pick up a little bit. But the head of the foundation was dealing with personal family matters. So
because she lost her house. Fire.
Entire house, everything in Austin, Texas. Her daughter was able to go to the CAC games. It happened 3 or 4 days before she went to the CAC games. The daughter competed in the CAC games, but still, the family was going through a major event.
Okay.
The final question, I think somebody was, so the breakdown of the team, I just looked at it real quick. 14 of the players are professionals. That leaves 10 that are either university students, out of contract, or high school students. So you have roughly about 45% of the team is not on a professional full-time salary, right? And also put into the fact that some of the staff that traveled there, they left their full-time jobs to go to Australia for 30 days. So in some cases, they might not be receiving their continuous salary. They might have, some of them might have taken vacation time, some may have not. So factor that in. So that's where some of the extra funds, people needed extra money for different things, it comes into play. The other question somebody was asking, can they receive bonuses and different things like that? NCAA rules were changed before the last Olympics. Yes, you can receive your bonuses for the World Cup, and yes, you can receive your medal bonuses and things like that during the Olympics. However, the rule says if you are on full scholarship and you get these bonuses and you get that, now you are above the cost of attendance to go to university. You need to pay taxes on that money. So it's not that they can't receive the money. It depends on the amount of scholarship. If it's going to the cost of attendance of you going to university, no problem. Fair, they'll just write it off on as cost of going to university or however that is. But if it exceeds that, you now have to dip and you start paying a little bit more in taxes. The player or their parent would have to start paying taxes on the bonuses that they have. So yes, they can receive the bonuses, they can receive the money. It's not an issue, but they need to be aware of how much they can receive. In most cases, for the girls, if they get 60,000, some of them might have to start. They might have to file a decent income tax this year.
Yeah, all right. So let me ask you a next question, and this is one of the things that came up.
Mm-hmm.
So some persons had a problem with Miss Phillips, whether personal money or from the GoFundMe, traveling to the World Cup, going around and having a good time. Some persons are suggesting that it is the GoFundMe that supported that. No, my personal opinion is that even if she used the GoFundMe for that, if that is the case, I don't think it's a problem.
I challenge. So my experience going to that region, I went there for business. I will tell you this. The plane ticket alone is $2,000 US. 30 days in a hotel is going to be at least another $1,000 US. Okay? You multiply that if both parents went, you're talking over $7,000, $8,000 US. Let the people use the GoFundMe to go watch their kids pay and play in a World Cup for a one-time experience and left the people alone. They might not see in their lifetime their daughter go to another round of 16. Left them alone and let them spend the money how it is. It's not excessive. It's reasonable.
I am just saying that I personally don't have a problem, but then personally are saying then why can't other people have GoFundMe in the name of whatever and then use part of it to go to tournament?
I would say this. I know this happens because it happens with Olympics. Families routinely do GoFundMe to go to the Olympics and go to tournaments to go watch and support their child. The key is you're using the money for your family to go and watch. You're not saying this is transportation money for plane tickets and things like that. Because either in Jamaica's context, either the JOA or the JFF should pay for that.
Well, she said because they were talking about whether it was sanctioned by the GFF, and I think one of the things that Dian asked her was it sanctioned by the GFF. She said no. They had some early communication and nothing happened. So Dian asked her, so if they said no, would you still do it? She said yes, she would have still done it.
Correct.
Which means that she never, whether with or without a sanctioning, she was going to do this anyway. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like
management. The truth is, let me try to tell the truth is, I have kids that are high school to university age. If they have a competition in Australia that they're going to be gone there for 10, 12 days, and it's a world championship, I want to watch it. Trust me, boss, it's going to lick your family about $10,000 US in the pocket. So if you don't have it, and you have to pay college.
But when you're going to do that GoFundMe, you should say, I am doing this GoFundMe to help raise funds to watch my son or my daughter play for Jamaica at the World Cup. I think what some persons are saying, and like I said, based on what she said though, it doesn't appear that she used any of the money for her personal stuff. It doesn't appear that way.
Exactly.
But what people are saying is that at no point did it say that should have used the money for anything personal for her. It was also supposed to go to the girls.
Right. So as long as so this is the key point. As long as the girls on the team said they got money and they're comfortable how she used the money and everything else, sounds like everybody on the same page, everybody united and happy. It's just people who have nothing to do with the situation or whose funds are not involved in it don't know what's going on. So to me, looks like she did what is appropriate. If she doesn't, she gonna have to pay the taxman some answer the question to some taxman or GoFundMe. But either way, she seems to be all right. And I will say this on top of it: the girls are going to turn around and go play a two-leg Olympic qualifier in Canada. Trust me, that's not cheap again. And to hold that money just in case to cover those tickets to come to Jamaica and do different things is fiscally prudent.
Yeah, but you see, all right, the one thing I say, like a lot of people want to paint this picture like Bunny Shaw is a bad person. But you know that she went to St. Diego and a lot of persons speak about just how she supports the school. So I don't think I don't think she was trying to. I think I personally believe like a lot of these girls have been carrying a lot of hurt in the football, and that may have led to how she came across. But I really deep down don't believe that she had ill intent in her comments, though I don't think some of the stuff that were said were the wisest thing to have been said, given the information that we're getting now.
Some of the things were probably emotional at the time. People it want to make the struggle look a little bit more than it was. Was it a struggle? Yes. Did they have difficulties with the JFF? Yes. But in a moment, but now reflective of 1 week later, they have done an outstanding job at the tournament. And this is the fact. Anybody who's dealt with the JFF, and management, you know this for a fact. Any player that has paid for in the national team and paid for the JFF knows that they do not receive their...
People don't play for the JFF. If you told these players, if you told these players that they were playing for the JFF, most of them would not play.
Yeah, so let me correct that.
Yeah.
Any person who has played on a national team,
there you go,
and has been in a situation where there's a promise to receive match fees, 95% of the players will tell you you'll not see that money within the next 15 or 20 days based on experience. Enough players will tell you that.
So is that a part of the contract? Is it that this is what we have to find out from persons? For persons, when you play like in a tournament, at what point do you get paid?
So typically they have, so this is what I know talking to a couple players and things like that. Per diem, they typically get it before the tournament. Okay?
No, that's so per diem, but I'm talking about match fees.
match fees, trust me, boss, when they play the qualifiers and all them things, Jaja.
No man. Here's what I'm saying. So in the World Cup, would the girls have received, like, suppose they get, I think the amount is like they get like 3,500 per game, and for the second round they get 5,000, right, per game. This is what the JFF. This is their, I guess, their contract. So is it that when they played against the first game when they played against France? Is it that when they play the game, you get the money right away, or when the tournament finish, that is when? At what point are the salaries, are the match fees paid? Because that is separate from the per diem, because the per diem should be given for you to use while you're in the tournament. But wouldn't the match fees come probably a couple of weeks after the actual thing? Because if you enter the tournament, wouldn't you have to wait on the directors or the organizers of the competition to give you the money, so you will have the money to pay, unless you have like the USA, who probably know that FIFA gonna give them 10 million. They already have 10 million in their kitty, so they can pay the players.
They have reserves.
Right, they have reserves. But a nation that don't have reserves, wouldn't they have to wait on the monies from the competition organizers to then pay out? Yeah.
And that is fair enough. And yes, Jamaica probably has to wait, and that is most likely the case. But think about this, right? When Minister Grange came on TV and said, I just received the players' banking information. Now we're going to do the transfers to their account. Hold on. So it's after they win the third game and get to the knockout, people are discussing transfers to their account? That's not a good look. Hence why Bunny Shaw might have made a comment. But either way, it should be a learning experience. This is the second World Cup. It should be a learning experience, and now they're going to the Olympic qualifiers. As Dennis Trunk said, it's a moment to sit down, heal, build, correct new things, and move on and build a program going forward. So it's a learning experience. But one thing it did force the JFF for the first time in 2 or 3 years to do is disclose the different amounts of funds and coming from different sources. Because before, that answer wasn't given at all publicly. Okay. So, yeah, so there is a win-win, and the girls did well. And the thing is, how does the JFF and the football program build from there and handle things better for tournaments and doing and how they handle in terms of communication, disbursement. And the key thing with it is it's very important that the JFF make their expectations realistically. If it's going to take you 60 days to get the money from FIFA and to disperse it, tell the players that. Okay. Don't tell them in due course, it soon come. Blah. No, you're going to have a problem. Just tell the players, listen, we don't expect to see this within the next 60 days or 90 days, then we'll have this and that. And stick to your word. But when you don't stick to your word, and that's where it comes off as disrespectful. When you say things in due course, when we can do it, when it's fiscally prudent. No, you have to put dates on things like that. So that's my 2 cents. And I think the girls, the reggae girls did well. And I think people should keep in mind that at least 40 to 50% of the players are not full-time professionals. So, and some of the staff are not necessarily full-time dedicated professionals to the JFF. So that those are some of the things to keep in mind.
All right. Thank you for that, sir.
All right.
Yeah, man. All right.
I
appreciate your input at all times. Wonderful. All right. Yeah. All right. So interesting take on things. Lots of comment coming in. 01:24. We have just half an hour to go. All right. Half an hour to go. On the show. Again, you can call in and give your opinion because we want to discuss the I Am Sure Fantasy League, which is very simple. What you will do is we will give you you download let me just show you, right? Once you download this on your phone, you go on. I will give you I'm going to put in the comment section. Let me put it in there. Link. Once you follow that link, you go there, you will be on the I Am Sure Sports Fantasy League, right? When you do that, there you go, right? Bam. There you go. So here's what happened. At the at the end of every month, the person with the most, where's Demo and Jason? Demo and Jason, I need it for this part, you know. Demo and Jason, I need both of you. Jason, you gone bed already? Demo, you gone bed already? I need both of you to help me with this, all right? So at the end of every month, we're going to give something to the person with the most points. And then at the end of the Premier League season, the person who has who wins the fantasy Premier League, the I Am Sure Sports version that is, then you also get a special prize. All right. So make sure you are tuned in and locked into I Am Sure Sports. Let me just give you the link. Bam. All right. Where's Jason and Demo? So I'm going to put the link in here. The league start on Friday, you know. It's Friday, Manchester City play their first game. All right. So there it is. Maybe I should put it in also in the description for this video as well. Well, on people, hit the like button, people. Come on, hit the like button, subscribe and share if you like the content. Go ahead, just do that right now. Let me put this in the description so when you check the video again, you'll see it in the description. You can click on it and bam, you will be a participant in the I Am Sure Sports Fantasy Premier League. Yeah, there you go, Juras. It will be fun, right? Lots of people want all the persons who watch the Premier League. If you have a Premier League team, you can be a part of this. It's going to be fun. Demo. All right, so Jason, listen, can you call in, man, and explain to the people what to do? If you can't, I know you may not be able to come on. So if you can just call in and tell them how to do it, explain to them. Because I don't know where Demo is. Demo! Man, just disappears a star. Demo! Man, gone to bed. All right, Jason trying to download the EPL app and sign up. Yeah, but I see Carl Wallace because they run the Reggae Boys supporters club, and so they collect money. So they have been saying like nothing is really wrong with it. He says managing of the collected fund is the responsibility of the person or persons or entity who initiated the GoFundMe. Cause remember that Kyle also did a GoFundMe for the fees for the coaches. And remember the vloggers also did collection to do the tickets and airfare and also tickets for game. So sometimes there is need that come up for people to, and people as individual go ahead and do that. As long as you are transparent, I think it is okay. As long as you're saying this is what was collected and you can prove it, and this is what it was used to do. I think once that is done, it is okay. Yeah, because people are always going to criticize. Always. People are always going to criticize. All right. Oh, make it a show. Yeah, man, we're going every show that we have now, Gunners Boss, we're going to talk about it. You understand me? Because we're going by topic, See, the first topic is about the Reggae Girls. Then it says, I Am Sure Sports Fantasy Premier League, but right? So that is it. Because Premier League start on Friday, So we're going to talk about a lot of transfers and Harry Maguire benefiting from Arsenal's money. You understand me? Manchester United benefiting from Arsenal's money. Look at Liverpool and Chelsea. I see some people writing off Liverpool. Yep. But the Reggae Girls return. some members returned today. Not a lot of fanfare around him. So I'm hoping that there will be a time when a lot of them or most of them will be back together here in Jamaica, so something can be done for them. Listen, the Reggae Boys saw this picture. Many persons showing this picture of Mason Greenwood training in a Jamaican jersey. And listen, I think it for me personally. I believe the best football decision for Mason Greenwood at the international level right now is to represent Jamaica. Why? Because he would be a sure starter, an impact player, and I think he would dominate. With the players we have, he will dominate CONCACAF. Imagine with me, you have Mason Greenwood, Demarai Gray, Mikel Antonio, Leon Bailey, Omari Hutchinson. Come on. You have Corber, Kaim Park. Just look at the wealth of talent up front. You have Ronaldo Cephas. You have Trevante. Right. So I think if a player like Mason Greenwood were to do this as well, it would nudge other players to come on and represent. I heard that he's also very, very good friends with Deshaun Bernard, who I think had a very good Gold Cup. I think because we got knocked out at the semifinals, people forget how good he looked making his debut as a young player. He did well. But I think Mason Greenwood should make that decision right now and come and represent Jamaica. All right. The next player that Manningsman would really like, I would really love to see, because I think it's an area that we need to fix, is Isaac Hayden in our CDM. So Isaac Hayden. Hold on. But I'm saying that. Sure. Start now. How? Are you saying that? Let me ask. I'm not sure about it. Are you saying that Mason Greenwood, a fit Mason Greenwood, cannot start for Jamaica? I beg to differ still, but in your opinion, I beg to differ. Yes, Gunners Ball.
Yeah, Bannins, man. Me say brain drain in the comment attack. Brain drain. If me average 36 points a game, and you average 17, you can't carry me, and me carry you, and me I do the work. You was just the conductor on the bus. So don't talk the foolishness in the comment and act like you know enough. And don't come tell me about me have a teammate who come join me when he already had a Hall of Fame career, and me bring an next youth to the Hall of Fame with me, averaging 17 points.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Gunners Ball. I am talking to.
You not talk to somebody?
No. Hold on. Just listen to me. I am talking to a large group of people about Mason Greenwood. Mm-hmm. You and Brain Drain.
Mason Greenwood.
Hold on, man. You and Brain Drain are having a basketball conversation. You interrupt the bigger conversation, about Mason Greenwood, to talk to one person in the chat, Why you never talk to the person in the comment section?
You know, me I talk to me I comment section, but him act like them brain drain him nah listen. So me check say, but me never, you know, say I just I comment me, them me I listen, but me not hear what you say. Me not even listen to Mason Greenwood argument, you know. I just come, me don't come in and tell brain drain them to just take up the debate and come because they always a drain and we can't see you. You know, turn on the camera and take the debate.
He says, I should let you know when you're finished that he disagrees with you.
Well, we're going to put up all the accomplishments and achievements against where you have and show you say you're wrong. Let me 13 years ago, they accomplished more 13 years in a hardware department store more than what you're accomplishing at 20. Going on 21 now. With your 5 and 6 all of teammates. Jumping from one super team to the next. That's all I'm going to tell you. Good night. Mine's man. Oh, yeah. No.
Right.
What me that go say? Me that go say something about the me send you an article. Me know you not look at it yet, but when you look at it, you will see. People can't just take their money and just do things with it, especially when the public know about it. They may go to jail. So we're not gonna follow the rumor upon them things there. And people who are before you go back to your Mason Greenwood, give me a minute because me I go on my bed now. People who are talking about JFF this and JFF that, man. When if you come up a JFF, man, I'm building a community league, man, you can produce football, I'm building a school league, them, and assist the people, them, and build back a community football like it used to be in the 70s and 80s, and stop and come up at the JFF back because the JFF now do nothing. JFF doing too much other than to select football players to play for the national team and represent it. And when me that was said from earlier, this only for argument. You see, USA women's team, they demand to get equal pay with the men because they was bringing in the money. Yeah, that's why they do that. And I like the Spirit team that bring in all this money and all this thing. There's too much argument in a money in a Jamaica football when it comes to representing the national team. Sometimes people have to understand that the money not there. And if you have pride and respect in your country, your nation, you're going to put on the jersey and put on the cleats and go to go represent it and stop argue about this money, that. Yeah, me understand that some little girls and some little youth not have no money and them to get that thing. But all the big professional players, them if they put out a thing towards the team if you not talk about patriotism. Because we know patriotism is not hard enough. When you see how them deal with the national team after US national team after them come back to them lose. All right, so let's just watch it, man. Stop it, man. And
no,
respect that we got
yeah,
man. Stop bickering, man. And leave the JFF out of all the conflict. And that's all I never say. JFF now do nothing wrong because nobody not go to prison from the JFF to steal no money. So every day you know the JFF not be trusted the JFF. That. And if you stop it, you know go run and spread rumor. Not no gossip. No lying. Good night.
All right, Gunners boss say, and I tell you going around to the JFF stealing money, we need to stop it because no one has ever been charged for corruption or arrested for stealing money at the JFF, which is factually true. All right. So, but yeah, I like one of the things he said though, because and I always tell people this. If you can't, if you believe that someone is not good enough, you do better where you can. You should not wait for people to change for you to be different, for you to help. So I like what, like I said, is happening with the diaspora, with the camps that are happening. Because if you were to wait until the JFF becomes a perfect organization, football will only get worse. That is it. You understand me? Pamela, big up yourself. Farmer said, didn't the late great captain get himself in some legal trouble years ago? God has boss. You're going to have to go to the comment section and answer that one. Brain Drain says, while it might be plausible, it is impossible to conclude that Greenwood is mentally unfit. Hey, God as boss, somebody say can't use that because none of the SSL executives have been. Of course, didn't they seize assets and arrest? There wasn't a lady who was in the wheelchair, wasn't she part of them, man? Was she arrested and charged and have to go to court? I don't know. I follow up on those things. You both get back your money yet? Mine was as an insider. He's a gym full of. No, I've not met any, sir. I've not met. Oh my God, these people. But seriously though, people. You see, I don't mind people criticizing, but we need to make sure that when the reggae boy is playing, Demarai Gray come into play, East and Pino come into play, all of these players they come into play. So please make sure is that we come out to support the reggae boys. Oh, the executive. The lady was not an executive, Miguel. Okay, all right. You sure she was not an executive? You sure? All right. All right. Yeah, support them. When the reggae girls playing, please support them. Can we fill the stadium? Because I can't bother with it. Listen, let me tell you one thing I respect with Cataract. Cataract will cost players and federation. But let me tell you this. Wherever he's going to get it from, he makes every effort to turn up at games, brother. That's how. Listen, until you turn up and watch game, man, if you have to book a hotel or a motel, come from out of the bush, come from out of the country, and please, 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 please make sure. Please make sure that you are supporting the team. Management, who was the elder that said after World Cup, Trinidad build stadium? I am not going there with you tonight. Hey, big up. Predict your EPL top six, top goal scorer, player of the season, and relegation trio. Prediction can be revised after the close of the January window and before the next round of matches thereafter. All right. Yeah, man. When we're gonna do the EPL show tomorrow and the JPL show on Friday. We have Richard Edwards going to talk about the camp as well tomorrow, right? But I can tell you what is here. This is one of the excellent coaches in Jamaica. He says he's an Arsenal fan. Let me just put that out there. So in first place, he says he has Arsenal. Second place, he has City. Third, he has Liverpool. Fourth, he has Newcastle. Fifth, he has Man U. Sixth, he has Brighton. You understand me? He says the top scorer will be Haaland, and the player of the year will be Odegaard, and Bournemouth, Sheffield, and Luton getting relegated. I don't see no Chelsea. I don't see no Tottenham. Oh boy, I don't know about that. We're going to save that for the EPL show. Yep. People hitting the like button. Is Mbappe going to Real Madrid? Have you hit the like button? 56 like. No, so that not look good, man. That not look good, man. 56 like. Let me check again. Let me just check again to make sure. 61 likes. All right, that look better. All right, remember to sign up for the Fantasy League because yeah. I don't want, listen, honestly, let me tell you again, people. Do not be fooled. What we call private sector in Jamaica is a group of people who everything that they own of substance is outside of Jamaica. They may have been born here, but them don't love Jamaica. I can show that are my sentiment. So they're not going to give. I can tell you this. You go to some of these companies right now. The reason why some of them give is because their companies are situated in certain communities, and they know that if them don't give to those communities and the sport in industry in those communities, it may hurt their operation. So they give. But I will say this. I will say this. I will say this. We need to look outside of Jamaica to support the football because most of the business in Jamaica. them now give nothing. I'm telling you. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. Our reggae girls should all have stayed in a hotel in Montego Bay once they come in. Once you come in, I'm telling you that. No, you just fly in, we go facilitate you. What kind of promote game? Hey, listen, all them people that talk about promote game and people will come out. Hey, look from when we are talking to Jamaica of Nation League game. No more promotion. Nobody now come out and no game. Grand Gala never get promoted and look much people. I don't know about promote game. People now going to, whether it's promoted or not, people now come out. What more promotion they want here and them are right great come play at Jamaica. Ethan Pinnacle go forward here. Mason Greenwood go there here. All of them. What more promotion they want? And the people who are on the platforms, who on the YouTube platforms, it is promoted and people still not coming to the game. And a promotion I cause it. And a promotion is not a lack of promotion. Man who love football, you think Mount Pleasant need to go around with a town crier for me to go watch them? Go watch much. Granny Europe. If I speak, I'm going to use Jason and Big Deal in argument. If I speak on that matter, El Granny Europe, I refuse to. But I say, one thing I can tell you is that when I go to match, I see Minzy, I see Gunners Boss, Unseen, Manningsman, and Simon. And most matches I go, Minzy and I the match are military going and Simon. Most of the games. I mean, I really miss games still. Yeah, and Cataract. Oh, geez, okay, no, I don't see Cataract. I see Ultra Zero. Big up Cataract. I want the big sound. I want the big sound I string up. You know, yeah. Badger say I'm gonna be. All right, Badger. Once you there. No, man, Marlon, I know you don't miss much, man. Easy no Marlon, man. There were I think but as we're talking about persons who vlog. Yeah, you understand me. Yeah, man, Badger, we have to link up. We have to link up, man. Yeah. Yeah, Cataract always. And then, like, I mean, you don't expect JD to be at the game because JD not in Jamaica. And Ryan LSE is in Canada. So you don't expect those guys to be at the game. But I suspect if Jamaica was playing in Belgium, you'd have seen him. And if they were playing in the Scandinavian eras, he'd probably go there, and then Ryan would go if it's in Canada. Yeah. They could have round up of change at the cashier, except for example, a customer purchases 3,800. Ask them if they could want a round off to 4,000. Listen, Bridget, all right, why every time we are talking about we go watch at least them free have to come in it and something of you give it? Man, go watch the football. Listen, me telling you again, Missy Jamaican, buy a ticket, book hotel, pay if you go watch Arsenal play pre-season friendly, and never go Gold Cup go watch Jamaica. Okay. Yeah. Famila say him don't really go watch Jamaica when them play because him say when him there in the transportation it stick up. Wait, sticky. Oh, sorry, sticky. The transportation sticky, like a chewing gum. Hala Madrid, long time, you know. Yeah, man, the Jamaican, we not support, man. We only cost them. Make all Shelly know win all goal, all a world championship, you know. I beat that, you know. But Brain Jenny, man never said that. Man never said that bus stop run after certain hours. Family, you don't know you don't have to take no bus, man. Just link up man in his man. You reach match, we just make sure you reach back right at your gate, bro. We're powerful. Family, we're powerful enough. If we just know from it in advance, family, make you reach back right at your doorstep, man. No, kind of busting formula, man. We not just formula. We charter taxi, brother. We charter taxi. Uber they are Jamaica kind of formula. What you talk about? What kind of bus? Can I make the big general I come match? A mad formula. Formula just say the word. And we just say, yo, pick up. Pick up and drop off. We are talking about formula. No busting. No busting formula. Yeah, just short manings, man. We have some people that love you, man. We make sure you reach this up. A whole heap of taxi service there, man, and Uber and them things there. You have safe travel taxi service, A76 on the go, Compass taxi. We are talking about formula, man. You know, City Guide taxi, on time taxi, we are express taxi, confidence taxi, Paramount taxi, night reliable taxi service. Yo, we are crossroad taxi. Hey. Ramp with the thing. They playing the 18. It was that. So like you are sponsor the farm, that's what money charter taxi to go where I live, the cheap boss. So formula, you want to tell me that Marlon can take taxi from Ochi to Stadium and where you live, you can no formula man. Yeah man, FG FG a general man. Why formula? But formula me used to tell people say me no want undisclosed location. Look like are you that know? Yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, all right, this is a big thing too. This some of them people are talking about, oh, ticket this and ticket that. They just had what them call this thing. Them have some weekend thing in my place here, Ochi. Cause when you see holiday weekend at Ochi, the session them now like from Friday to all Sunday. So you know, say a whole weekend thing. All right. So what you joke, you know? I'll be a $70,000 and $80,000 for the weekend, you know. That may I tell you, know, and that not include like accommodation, you know. That I just see you're going at the venue, you know, man. Me don't know if all inclusive, but I'll dream weekend not just happen down on the grill and them thing, them man. People stop talking about money and freeness with the sports, man. Them just don't want to go. Them just want to criticize and complain. Yeah, you know what happened now? I'll give you this. Like a lot of people complain. A lot of people complain, for example, about the Jamaica Talawas not being in Jamaica. But a lot of Jamaica never go watch the Talawas. That's why the money have to move the franchise. And I think maybe that will come to the football. A lot of the games them are playing in diaspora in the States. You see, man, they've never walked. Anyways, people. It is 5 minutes to the 2 hour mark when we close the show. Like some person have been saying, man, you have to do at least one show in the night a week, right? So show some love for it. This is the first one. So we're going to try to do one show at nighttime for the week. All right. So you have to show some love, because we love the daytime shows, The daytime shows are very good. We can get on panelists and guests and stuff like that. So show some love for this one in the night. And yeah. And also please make sure that you check out the fantasy, the I Am Sure Sports Fantasy League, right? It's in the description. You can find it in the description of this video, right? Let me put it again in the comment section as well, so you can go on. It's very easy, and so we can interact, and one day in this week you will hear from Jason and also Demo. It's probably too late for them now. See, AM Henry's talking about it. Yeah, man. Let them start play some of them games here overseas, man. And the people them not supporting. Them are go complain. They go and complain. Real Albala, we say people have to work. What is a crazy idea? Doing the show in the daytime, but 11 a.m. are normally with time for the show them. I am sure sports always do 11 a.m. shows, Always. Peso. What go on, man? Balakar, who won the finals? Your team won the finals? Balakar, a long time I not hear from a lot of the people them. I don't hear from long time, Sure improvement. I know you were on tonight, but you disappear again, You're listening, not commenting. No, I didn't do an 11 a.m. show today, but tomorrow we will be there. People, remember, if you want to support the platform, there is one way you can do it right now, and that is via Zelle. Zelle is the easy and quick way of supporting I Am Sure Sports. All you have to do is go to your Zelle and you do that. You use that email address and you'll be good to go. All right. Eddie Guna, bless up yourself. Balakar missing knock him. I've got shout Balakar. Oh, real Albala. Oh, I see what you mean. You like the evening shows. Yeah. All right. So what we'll have is that you'll see like Cranky and Andre, and myself. So probably who you see in the daytime, you'll see me and one other person. What? Listen, Zell is so easy, AM Henry. Easy. You just go there, bam, and you add the person. You add them and you just go and do it. Why not do Why not do a GoFundMe? Oh jeez. Okay. Do a GoFundMe. And what do I call it? GoFundMe? Brain drain. What do I call it? I am sure GoFundMe for what? Me, the people them complain that some fest too expensive. But them play for go Chris Brown. You understand me? So I don't know. Usually go for so hold on. So when I do a GoFundMe, what do I do with the money? Give it to what? No, we don't want to go to jail, brother. We don't want to go to jail, free ticket. Oh, so I must do a GoFundMe for free tickets to the game. Brethren, we don't like the free ticket idea, man. Because at the end of the day, somebody have to pay for it. And some of the people can buy tickets. $1,000 people. $1,000 for your ticket. So go watch Jamaica play. $1,000 Jamaican dollars. I mean, who is DJ Valley? Who is this? I meant DJ Valiant. DJ. You're talking like the Jamaican DJ Valiant? No man, Leader was on the other day. Leader working with a lot of the schools, spotting talent. The talent spotter. Leader. No, Paula, no man. That's why I saw that way. No free ticket. And you know what? Me give people free ticket already and them sell the ticket, you know. We go to the stadium and see them sell the ticket. People get ticket and then them sell the ticket. Don't watch much. So them don't want to watch the team. Them just want to chat the team. They don't want to watch the team. They want to chat the team. So next time I give a man a ticket, you know what me I do? Me at the right at the gate, stand up. Me at the gate, stand up, right? And say, if you want the ticket, me will stand up right there and give the person the ticket and then tear it and then you go in. You're not sell no more. Then link first. Oh, it's a song. Bridget, me no Bridget, honestly, I don't listen a lot of music. Jamaican music. Very unfortunate. Unless it is older music. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So, all right, people, and that is it. It has been a good night. People, here's what I need to tell you. On the 14th is a big day on I Am Sure Sports. 14th of August. And you see, the 20th of August, one of the biggest interviews yet. You are going to get a footballing journey of one of Jamaica's best. Mark the date, though. It will be a Sunday. A Sunday. A big interview. That will be a big one. So keep the date. Don't miss it. Eat your dinner early. Eat your ice cream. You understand me? Take your kids out to the park or to the beach or wherever. That is going to be a Sunday evening interview. Massive. The great TW is going to be on I Am Sure Sports. Right? But the 14th is also a big day. You'll hear more about that. Yeah, Grace Chillers, we think they're brain drain. Grace Chillers and Prodigal Son, and you understand me? Rasta or Rooster? Brain drain. No, and I almost let out the name El Granero, but TW, the big TW will be on the 20th. Go and figure out who management is talking. TW, but I am management. This has been I Am Sure Sport. It was a pleasure being here with you. Big up to all the ladies who were here. Sure improvement I saw. So I hope you're doing well. And AM Henry, bless up as usual. Thanks for all the love and the support from all the hardworking men. You understand me? Those who are local and those who are abroad. Bless up yourself. Listen, it's good that some of you tired came in from work, but you're still on the platform. Appreciate that. You understand me? Really, really do appreciate that. You understand? Tiger Woods, yeah. Epic. Yeah. Big up yourself. Tiger Woods. You're right about that. I say no more. But I want to leave you with a message from the Ali Cup that kicks off tomorrow down there in St. Elizabeth, Jamaica.
You better prepare yourself for the big time so you can tell the kids about it. Yo, this is Delirance. So remember, Green and Yellow Organization presents the annual Ali Cup Junior Football Tournament. It's an invitational thing, so you know it loud. August 10, 11, and 12. You see, August 10th are oversteps. August 11, Jamaica College, and August 12, Excelsior Ground. So that when you're loud, it's proud, because we're going to bust the crowd and the cloud. Never shout out to Sambo, shout out to Chris Bailey, shout out to Scholar. Remember, the sponsors are there. Babsy Grange, True Juice, Western Sports, Sportsmax, and Sam Isaacs and Son. Delly Rankin say that when a big Ali Cup Junior Invitational Football Tournament, August 10th, 11, and 12. Be there.